if that is the case. Our band of adventurers, the Talaria, are in the city of Port Honor, resting before the next leg of their adventure. Upon your arrival, you had made your way to the Murky Depths, a bar that's hidden under the Mermaid, which is a secret home for pirate crews. It was there that you had reunited with the Rabid Hounds, whom Mev and Havelock were former crewmates of. During this reunion and catching up, you had discovered that, after being caught in the same storm that sent Mev and Havelock overboard, Captain Orant was saved but indebted to somebody from Gathero, a city-state to the Kingdom of Jurhan, with the express desire for them to want to head to Mary Libere and meet with the Crow's Nest captain for clearly nefarious deeds. Realising the potential risk of pissing off a warlike kingdom could be for Mary Libere, you decide to abandon your current path and instead work on finding a way to warn the city of the impending risk. You had decided then that the Rabid Hounds would buy as much time as they could, with the contract that they have being a limiting factor, while you went ahead to Mary Libere to warn of the incoming threat and potentially discussions on ways to deal with this threat. With this plan in action, and it agreed on with the Rabid Hounds, that is where we had left off. So, if I recall at this point, it is getting late into the day.
Yeah, it's very late.
Mm-hmm. So is there anything that anyone wishes to do for this particular day?
Are Kinlan and Havelock back yet?
Because I remember the conversation that you... because the conversation that you had with the Rabid Hounds was during their visit to the Merry Mermaid.
Yeah, I just want to know if time has passed.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit after you finish your conversation, they return.
Alright, what were you going to ask, Ed?
I was going to say, because Aki finished the last session getting a gin from the bar. So...
Do you remember why?
Sorry?
Do you remember why?
Because Aki basically said, like, okay, so what sort of the drink du jour, like, what do people drink around here? And Mev said gin, and so Aki got a gin.
They were going to talk about, like, their childhoods.
Yeah, they were.
That's the answer that I was looking for, but... do you want to roleplay that out, or... I'd love to see what questions Aki asks.
Yeah, go ahead. But I think before that, just so I can sort of just see how fucking badly this goes, I'm gonna roll a quick Constitution saving throw for that gin.
Oh, great. When you guys come in, Mev will wave you guys over, and she'll order a couple more drinks. Hey, come over here.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Here we go. We knew it was happening.
Well, time for Angry Aki again.
Fucking... Yeah, Mev waves you guys over, and she is kind of leaned over the table, smiles at the both of you. Aki wants to hear about our past.
Yes, I do. I want to. I realize that I've been a thorough shithead, and I would like to amend that shitheadedness by actually learning certain things. about
Uh,
all of you. You know what?
Mev looks at Aki and just clicks her tongue. You are not.
Well, I'm perfectly fine, Mevela. Thank you.
How much of that has he drank? Just like a glass?
Yeah, but I'm guessing, Tom, was it just straight gin?
I'm guessing it was straight gin,
How
yeah.
Just
big are the
straight gin.
glasses?
How big are the what now? Sorry.
How big are the
The
glasses?
glasses.
Um.
I imagine like the size of your hand.
Yeah. You can hold it in your hand
Like a
pretty
tankard.
easily.
No, not
No.
a tankard of gin. Like a small glass.
Yeah, a small glass. They do offer tankards, but I would say
Is your hand as big as a tankard? Okay,
Huh.
let's say it's the size of Mev's hand, okay?
Okay.
So it's small. Yeah, Mev looks him over, gives a drink to Havelock, offers one to Kinling. He's free to take it.
Aki's trying to keep it together, but you can see that there's a certain bit of like bleariness to his vision. Like he sort of like there's a bit of like a light little swaying maybe going on a little bit at the bottom of the head.
Yep. He Mev shakes her head, takes out her water skin. Come on, drink.
Mevela, please.
Drink up,
I
or
don't
I'll
need
make you.
I hardly need molly coddling, Mevela, please.
She stands up straight, crosses their arms. You shudder?
I am suddenly afraid of my fate.
Good. Holds out the water skin again. Drinky, drinky.
Aki will take her water skin from her and then just start drinking the. How fresh is the water in the water skin?
It's a great question. I mean, they get it from the jug like every day,
Fair
so
enough. Okay. Okay, so Aki just sort of
we have an alchemy jug.
yeah. Aki sort of like does like a sort of like a deep drink from it, does a little burp under his breath. And says and just goes, right, no. Satisfied?
Very. No more drinks for you.
Mevlet, I had maybe what, a dozen thimblefuls of it.
Yeah.
There's probably places in the world where they give that amount to toddlers a nightcap to help them sleep.
They do. She takes her water skin and just twists it closed. So, until you can handle more than a toddler, you're
A
done.
dozen thimbleful. Yeah, I know it's a weird way of saying it. Aki's a weird dude. Sorry, what was that, Peach?
Until you can handle more than a toddler, you're done. So, she sits back down. Ask your questions.
So, right, what's a good, cognizant, insightful question I can ask?
Doesn't have to be insightful.
Okay. All right. When you when you are facing misery and despair in the current moment, and you feel the need to possibly return your mind to a happier time, maybe the happiest time of your life. What point do you return to?
Best memory?
Happiest memory. Those can be two different things.
Happiest. He leans back, starts thinking about it. Anna, are you typing or are you talking?
I'm talking. I was just typing up something.
We've not done this question before. I have a list of the questions. I'm not sure if it's one memory, but I like to remember the celebrations back home. The music, the laughter, the dancing. Everything chaotic yet with purpose. Everyone's happy there. So I am too.
Right.
Kindling? Havoc? This is pretty... Okay. I was like, this music playing.
What?
Yeah, I was just like, it's very, very, like, chirpy.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it.
Well, unsurprising. It's just the regular background music in 14.
Yep. I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's Final Fantasy 14.
The Murky Depths swing band, everybody.
What's your happiest memory? While he's typing, you could answer Havelock.
Halflock's gonna take a big drink and set the glass down, throwing one of his arms around Mev. I'd have to say the happiest one's the first time I saw you perform, actually.
Me?
Yeah, you.
That cannot be it. You didn't even know me.
I mean, do I have to know you to be enthralled by a dance?
I suppose
Enchanted by a
not.
siren song, he teases.
Perhaps it's that good.
She rolls her eyes. We were children. You couldn't have been, what, more than 13, 14?
Yeah. And what about it? He
Well, I
just kind
suppose. Mm-hmm. Continue, Anna.
He just leans in and whispers to her, "Listen, I don't have that many happy memories to go on. Just let me have this."
Nev There's like kind of a playful scoff that she gives. Shakes her head. I suppose I'm flattered. I'm just surprised.
Could have made a great living as a bard, you know.
I don't think I'm that talented.
I think you're just afraid.
What? Could you imagine me going off to one of these hoity-toity colleges? Absolutely not.
Could fuck them up, show them that you don't have to have money to have talent.
Well, that's true. She smiles, a big grin at him.
He's gonna grab her drink and take a sip from it.
That's your happiest kindling most recently? I suppose it was a good day.
Well,
Aki?
perhaps we might need to endeavor to add some more happy days to your two's collection.
What about you then? You asked the question, but you can answer too. There was cake. Suppose there was.
Happiest memory. Aki does like a pensive look into the middle distance, thinking. When I was a child, the whole world seemed a blur. Wherever I turned, I felt alone and isolated and forgotten. I got nothing but derision from my peers, nothing but contempt from a father I couldn't help but disappointed every term. There was one who always showed a sympathetic air. So I think my happiest memory would be returning home after a scolding from my father, after a beating from the local boys. It was a simple look of kindness, sympathy, and love in a mother's eyes as she handed me my favorite meal and let me just sort of sit with myself. So I think that's my happiest memory, just the acceptance of a mother's love. Sorry if that was particularly heavy or a abstract, uninteresting answer, but it's the truth.
Of nods. Very quiet. Seems like she's making a note of this.
My favorite meal. When I was younger, it was a simple. It wasn't anything complicated. It was a simple. It's a simple porridge of oats and cinnamon and clove and sugar. Warming, comforting. Simple, uncomplicated.
Your favorite meal's oatmeal?
Taste of home, Adler. So yes.
Your favorite? No. I'm not going to be impolite. It just answers a lot.
I could be impolite.
To be frank, I suppose part of this endeavor is also to build bonds, and part of that is by breaking down the walls of propriety between us, so please be impolite.
I guess Kindling and I chose a good breakfast choice for you. The blandest shit we could bake.
Fair enough. You did. So, that's a good question then. What's everyone else's favourite meal? Merveille, was it something we sampled tonight?
She looks at the bar, back at Aki. I'm actually looking at my notes real quick. Give me 1 second. My many, many, many pirate notes. Well, while this food is good, I don't think it compares to Zora's. She's the cook on the Nymph's Needle. My
Oh, what was the name of the cook on the Nymph's Needle again?
Zora. Do you need me to spell it?
Yes, please.
Here, I'll. Here you go.
Thank you.
She I like these little pot stickers full of meat and vegetable. I was quite fond of. She'd make them, and I could just bundle a few in a big cloth and haul them around for the day. Sometimes I'd share them with my friends. Sometimes I'd keep them to myself and just snack the whole time. But no food really tastes the same as others in general. With her, it tastes just more like home. So, definitely the pot stickers. And definitely Zora's food.
Interesting. Your favorite food is one designed to be shared.
She nods.
You see the kind of similar, probably the same-ish look that you gave Aki before. Oh, there's like a mental note. And Aki will tend to have a look. Go. And how about you? Have a look.
Well, everyone can already guess. It's anything relating to crab and or most seafoods.
Crab. Always crab with you.
Yes, always crab with me. What's wrong
The
with
man knows what he
crab?
likes. Yeah.
There are other crustaceans.
Yeah, but they're not as cool as crabs are.
They're so cool. Why do you eat them?
If you consume it, you might become it.
You want to be a crab
That can be arranged very easily, Havelock.
very easily.
In fact, I can do it this second.
No, I'm drinking. Don't turn me into a crab right now.
Yeah, true. I fear the alcohol will go straight to your eye stalks.
Kindling.
But okay.
I mean, you can continue. Kindling's gonna take a second to type. Can you get drunk faster? Yeah.
That was my fault.
I've never seen a crab drunk. I don't know how that'd work.
I mean, to be fair, they
I
move
might
sideways
pinch
anyway.
it.
How would you tell?
But if I had to choose another type of food, since apparently crab doesn't work, Mev.
It's the obvious answer.
Predictable doesn't mean wrong, nevertheless.
Okay, oatmeal.
My mother's oatmeal, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But that does mean that you have another choice in mind, Havelock.
Yes, I have another choice in mind. I was getting to it. Getting there.
Hmm.
It's something that Aki would probably find disgusting.
Oh boy. What is it?
It's the good never-ending stew.
Oh! Yeah,
Get a
Mev.
Mev.
Oh my god. Second. Mev, just like playfully smacks her hand on Havelock's arm. You're right, that is fucking good.
Aki, wait,
He'd
Can I-
hate it.
can I? What? Tom,
You would not know what this is.
just checking. Aki goes. Never-ending stew. Is it some? Is it like the alchemy jug? Is a specific magical stew from a never-ending cauldron?
Do we tell him?
She looks at Aki, looks at Havelock.
Aki's got a bit of a quizzical face.
Isn't it more fun if we don't tell him?
I think it's more fun if we don't tell him.
You'll figure it out later.
Kindling, I will tell you later, okay?
Aki goes. You know, you're not the only people here. What it would merely take is going to the bar and asking if they had any.
You think they're gonna tell you, Mr. Oh, do they have a menu?
Do they have a menu?
Well, if they
Is
had
that
a
what
menu,
you asked?
well, if they had a menu, I would need to ask if they had it.
Yeah, he wanted to know if they had a menu of the dishes available.
Okay. Word of advice, Aki. We don't have menus here. This is not the thing.
So
That's what I told him.
wait, so the ordering process is just list list the food you want and just pray to whatever gods you believe in that they have it, that they have the ingredients behind doors.
No, they're going to tell you what they fucking have, and then you're going to pick from that or starve.
Right. Wouldn't it be easy just to have that in writing?
How are you going to write it down if it's an ever-changing menu? It changes every day.
Then simply have some kind of like a chalkboard up on the wall that says what we have today.
It's a pain in the ass. Why can't you just ask?
Because it slows down the ordering process. The quicker it takes for someone to order the food, the more money the business can make. Because more orders.
She
can be
raises a brow. Do you not want to talk to people?
Clearly.
I mean, she thinks about this. Do you just, like, order your shit and then expect the person to, like, go away? Like, you don't actually talk to them at all or communicating?
Wait, what do you
You
mean?
don't spend time with them?
You mean the person? You mean like the wait staff?
I mean, if that's what you want to call them, yeah.
They're doing a job, Mevela. It's they're paid to take your order, collect your food, and bring it to your table.
Mev tilts her head at you and then looks at Havelock.
I'm sorry, can I have a repeat of what Ed said? My brain completely short-circuited for a second.
Aki said that it's the waitstaff's job to, like, get your stuff, get your food, and of course you wouldn't talk to them. Like, that kind of thing.
Havelock's got the glass up to his lips, and he's just gonna slowly turn to look at Aki.
What?
Fuck is wrong with you?
What did I do now?
It's just, she puts a hand on Havelock's shoulder. I'm not sure you did anything wrong. I'm just surprised. It's weird. I mean, dinner people do. Don't you want to, like, talk to them, hear what they're doing? Like, they have lives and families and everything.
Yes,
Like-
but if I spent every second asking the person for the personal details of every person I came across, then I wouldn't do it. Then people wouldn't do anything.
That's not
Huh?
true. Mm,
Look, I
maybe
feel like
it's just because of the community that we come from, where everyone kind of knows each other, but
Yes. Do you know how many people live in my hometown?
how many? Like,
Thousands. Tens of thousands.
like tens of thousands?
Yes.
Like whole of Port Honor size?
Yes.
I'm actually pretty sure it's bigger.
It is much bigger. Yes. In fact, it's one of the major shipping. It's one of the major trading ports on the eastern coast of Nars. It's one of the biggest cities on the continent.
So Port Ember size?
Tom, how big is Eladan?
It's about Port Honor size.
Yeah. Okay. So Aki says
Okay.
it's probably closer to Port Honor than Port Ember, but a bit over.
And so you have all these, like,
Okay.
interesting people coming through, sailing, trading, business, and you don't want to get to know them? You don't want to hear their stories, to learn from them? I mean, clearly, obviously, you know, he's gonna take another drink.
I don't know what to say, but frankly, the sort of role in the social interaction is I'm there at their business to buy food or drinks or whatever have you, and it's their job to take my order and bring that food or drink or whatever have you to me. Besides, they probably have about the waitstaff probably have about 4 other tables to look after. They don't want me just sort of saying just like holding up all their orders and getting them in trouble with their manager just for asking how's your day? What's your favorite kind of cheese? That sort of thing.
I suppose, Mev shrugs. Where we come from, we just know everyone. Makes sense to ask them what their life's been like.
I think I suppose. Well, how big in terms of population is Marylebone then?
It's a good question.
Aww.
Tom, yeah. I know it's not very big at all.
If it's a few hundred, that's understandable.
In terms of, what was that in regards to Marylebone again?
How many people are in Marylebone, the population?
If you just include those that just live there, don't, go out to do sailing and such,
Yeah.
a few thousand. It is smaller than Port Honor.
I'd say it's like what, the equivalent of a small town? Okay.
Small town borderlining on city. No, large town borderlining on city.
Okay. There's a couple thousand.
Right.
Maybe I'd have to guess like 3,000, maybe.
Right. So, probably around. Probably somewhere between 15 to 20% smaller. The size, What am I trying to say? Mathematics was never my strong suit.
It's not near as big as Port Honor.
No.
It's almost a city. Almost.
Well, then, in that case, that's understandable. If you have a much smaller social group, that means that people tend to cross paths much more often.
I suppose, but I tried to get to know anyone I meet anyways.
There's some people who don't find that, in the kindest way I can say it, aggravating.
She thinks about it. I'm sure that some people do. I mean, it's not like I haven't been sneered at before. But generally, once I get talking to people, they calm down, or they tend to appreciate someone taking such an interest.
Kindling, yes.
Yeah. It looks like kindling.
Everyone stares at Kindling.
Holy shit, a talking Catman.
Did you know they have tails?
I didn't.
You cleared your throat, kindling. Everyone's paying attention to you. Alright, me. Fucking. You're really obsessed with those kebabs. I'll inside it. Fucking. You want me to inside it? I'll inside it. And though I think I know why he did that.
I'll insight as well.
Yeah, fuck it. Everybody's in.
The cat. Look. Have luck, get with the program. Rolling 20s. Fucking.
Listen, Havelock can't help it. He's too dumbfounded by why would you want to talk to the wait staff?
Foreign concept.
Yep.
Could we say quite literally at this point?
Fucking.
Every time Kindling starts talking, the first thing I think is, my barbecue.
Yep. Thank you. I fucking thought so. Yeah. Mev grins at Kindling. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you, Kindling? And did you change your mind? See? Kindling thought that I was super irritating. Now we're friends. All it took was a good punch to the teeth.
Strange way of establishing a friendship, but if it worked, it worked.
Some people just respond that way.
Usually, whenever I start talking to people, the friendship goes in the opposite trajectory.
Mev opens her mouth and closes it.
Maybe I say your piece, please.
I don't have anything to say.
Yes, you do. Say it.
I don't have anything to say. It's just fact
you
of
felt
your
like
life.
You saw a blue bottle flying through the air and decided to catch it with your mouth.
I don't even know what that phrase means. I've never even heard of that phrase, but
Anyway.
any other questions, or do you think you need to think on it?
What was everyone's family like to them?
That's a big question.
Yes. I can. I'll break that down. Sorry. How strongly do you agree with the statement that family are the friends you keep? No, that's even more nebulous. I was like fucking...
Do you want someone else to ask a question?
Yes, please.
When you were young, I mean, everyone has some sort of secret or a place that they hide things. Whether it be a diary or under a floorboard that their parents don't notice. Maybe a little nook. What was yours?
Aki gives another sort of pensive look, like basically burrowing into the table, and then you see almost like a wash of sadness come over him, and Aki says, "I wasn't allowed one."
Well, of course you weren't allowed one. It's supposed to be a secret.
I know, but every time I tried to, it was immediately found out, and the reprimands were harsh.
You weren't good at hiding it.
And I was taught that hiding it in the first place was one of the most mortal sins I could commit.
Yeah, she nods.
There was a time I kept a journal. I hid it in a panel I had knocked through on a bedside table. I kept my thoughts, my beliefs, my frustrations, my anger, my sadness, my fury. And then one day, one of the housekeepers was moving it, found it, gave it to my father.
Alright. I'm gonna say what I was thinking before when you talked about your favorite meal.
What?
Your fucking family sucks.
My mother was kind.
Okay,
She was
your
good.
dad sucks.
He had a reputation to uphold.
And the child's diary was going to make or break his capital.
He had a reputation to uphold.
Whatever you need to justify it to yourself.
But anyway, let's just say that I wasn't allowed that privacy and... Just say the privacy and safety became something of a luxury after that.
Okay.
How about
Kinley?
many things?
Have luck. I'm stopping Aki before he gets too much into it, because you can go on, Ed.
Yeah, I know.
Anna, did your thing click?
Yeah, I was just waiting for Kinley to type.
Okay. Well, you can talk while he types.
Okay.
Let's be more efficient.
Okay. Go ahead, no worries. This is okay. Well, of course, I had a journal. Most normal kids do, I suppose. I actually had to tie mine up in the rafters.
The rafters.
Yeah.
That must have been a pain to get out.
Not when you're tall.
No. I remember you being pretty short.
I had a box nearby.
Sometimes you just throw something at it to knock it down, and then you gotta climb back up. It's fine. I was that short.
And
Okay.
what did one keep?
Rafters.
In the rafters.
True. Was it
Peter
just a
took a look at
journal?
I'm sorry, one more time, Peach?
Was it just a journal, or did you put other things in there?
I had one thing in there that I was kind of terrified for my father to find. I had stolen 3 whole platinum from him, and I kept it in the pages.
Oh, you stole his money.
3
I
platinum.
did. Yes, 3 platinum.
What could a young boy even buy with 3 platinum?
Lots of things?
I don't know, Aki. What could a young boy buy with 3 platinum? Do tell.
Buy a whole new wardrobe. You could buy. You could have your. You could pay to have your own valet for a year.
That is if you don't get caught.
Indeed. Do you have a plan for how you would utilize your newfound wealth, or was it just to spite your father, Havelock?
It was trying to start savings for my own ship.
Tom,
Yes.
remind me, how much is the average ship?
10,000 gold.
So that's 100 platinum.
No, that's 1,000 platinum.
Okay. Yeah. Aki says, well, you certainly leapt onto the first stepping stone on your way there. So did your father ever discover where the hole in his pocket led to?
Oh, of course he did. He knows everything. There's always the fucking rats on the ship.
And what happened to those rats?
The rats that were working for him?
Wait, they weren't literal rats, weren't they? He didn't have sort of a rodent army of the night doing his bidding, did he?
Havelock's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna raise his eyebrows and take a drink.
Oh, you mean sort of treacherous folk who ratted you? Oh, for God's sake, who ratted you out to your father? Okay.
It takes him a little while to catch up.
And how did your father react?
You don't
Honestly,
have to answer that one.
No, I have an answer. Honestly, Aki, you are too weak-willed of a man to even listen to the tales.
Well, perhaps my will could do with a bit of fortifying.
No. You just go crying into Mev.
I didn't say what my father did to me for finding my journal, did I?
Aki, stop.
So kindling, those kebabs, pretty great, aren't they?
Do you have an answer, Kindling? Threes. Okay. Yeah, no nods. Why'd you stop? Did training negate the need for this.
Or were you just getting better opponents than tree trunks?
Alright. Yeah, Mev nods.
Right. Interesting. So, your skills in battle have always been a deeply, intrinsically emotional and personal thing for you, Kidley. No wonder you were so. You had a look of pure ecstasy when we were having our spa before we arrived in the city. Right. I'm going to see what non-alcoholic beverages they have here, and I'll return in a few moments. Raki will stand up and head towards the bar.
I thought you were already at the bar.
Are we already at the bar?
We're at our table.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mev just sips her drink. Are you guys done then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, does anyone else want to ask any other questions while we're here? Fair enough.
You good?
I'm good.
Cool. And I'm going to point this out to you because you definitely didn't notice. Mev didn't answer the fucking question.
I know she didn't.
Yeah. Then why didn't you ask?
What do you mean?
Oh my god. Okay.
No, genuinely. What do you mean? Why did I ask what?
Why didn't you ask?
Oh yeah. Why'd you say? Well, I mean, if that okay. Why didn't you? Okay.
There you go.
In that case, Aki will come back to the table.
We're done.
Oh,
Fucking-
God fucking damn it. Okay.
Maybe you should pay the fuck
I
attention.
do pay the fucking attention. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Great. Okay.
Man, they're not even dating anymore and we're getting boyfriend, girlfriend fighting at the table.
Fucking What, fighting? Like, yeah, exactly. And not in Aki's nature. The whole point was for Aki to ask questions about people and to learn about people. And he didn't take an interest in Mev's answer.
Because Mev didn't give one.
She asked everyone else to answer. Every time someone was quiet, she asked them. Why is it her job to fucking make sure that everyone else talks and opens up and no one else does it for her? Come on. Mev isn't a people, she's a witch.
There is
Fair
a
point.
class for that now.
There's a class.
So, I'm not allowed to fucking have Aki come back to the table and actually ask Mev then?
Would he have asked?
Yes.
Are you sure, or do you just want to try and fix it? Like,
Well,
think
Aki
hard
probably-
about that.
Aki, I think, when he was at the bar with a twig, told on Mev didn't actually give an answer.
If you think that, then sure. Yeah, she pushed Aki with, hey, you asked, but you can still answer. Like... Frankly, it wasn't even my job to tell you this. So if you think that, you can. But...
I guess while you think about that, at this point, the staff has changed now. So Shelm is no longer at the bar, it's Xavier, and Reese is no longer the bouncer, it's Elle.
Okay.
Kogef and Celine just kind of are an as and when kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say if there's any conversation you want while Ed decides in regards to it.
Mev will just, say hello to people. Not like RP it out or anything. Just, hi, how are you? Hurry up and get Rita pregnant.
You're pregnant now. We want to smell the baby.
Oh my god.
Elle does wince at that. It's just like, I'm trying.
I'm trying.
Have scientists been able to figure out why babies smell like baby?
Yes. Oh my
Yes.
god. Okay, so babies have these fucking pheromones, right?
Yeah.
That are straight up like don't kill me pheromones. It's to
Okay.
make you more sympathetic and to get like a dopamine rush when you're with babies. So
Okay.
then baby equals happiness. So you don't want to throw out the baby. Because the thing is that babies like drain your resources and are more work than they're worth on a lot of occasions.
Mhm.
At least especially like back when we leave them in the fucking woods. So babies developed that scent so that we would feel like they are worth more alive than dead.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
So yes, there is a whole scientific reason.
Man, I fucking love cute aggression, though. It's the best.
Again. So
Yeah. So Aki will come back to the table, and then he'll sort of sit down with Tom. What sort of non-alcoholic thing would they have at the bar?
What was that?
What sort of non-alcoholic drink would they have at the Murky Depths?
Water.
Fair enough. So Aki comes back with a glass of water, and Aki sort of says, "Now, I don't mean to impugn or force your hand or your actions into doing something you don't want to do. but, and I'm terribly sorry if this is hideously rude, but Mev, I couldn't help but notice that you didn't give a response to your own question.
Mev is probably just like chatting up Elle right now. He's like by the table and she's sitting in her seat just drinking. She looks to Aki. You never asked me to.
I assumed that if it was something you raise, and then I just assume that if you don't want to bring it up yourself, then it's something you don't want to talk about.
Again, you didn't ask.
I didn't know I had to, and where I come from, prying into people's private business unprompted is honestly seen as a sign of rudeness and impropriety and overstepping your bounds. So
Where I come from, prying into people's business can get a knife to your throat.
exactly, yeah. So yes.
It's not prying if you ask and someone says no.
But it is seen as rude to try to impugn in people's business, which isn't yours.
She drinks, just like downs the gin. Looks at you. So are you going to ask me, or?
Yes. You don't have to give me an answer, of course. That's entirely up to you. But when you were a child, did you have a sort of a secret place where you kept things hidden away and had your own little area, your den of secrets that was all your own?
She looks amused at you, knowing that you're struggling with this concept.
Again, you do not have to. You do not have to answer it. If it's personal business, it's not my business. Okay.
Well, fuck. If you're so insistent, maybe I won't answer.
Would you like to answer? It's up to you.
Would you like for me to fucking speak?
Sure.
Fucking Aki. Holy shit. She looks up at the ceiling and she points. Just up. The crow's eye.
The what?
The crow's eye.
What's that?
Or the crow's nest. I prefer the eye. It's the place on the ship. It's the tallest point where the navigator goes.
Ah, okay.
I wasn't the navigator.
Rafters.
Uh-huh.
What was that, sorry?
Havelock said, and you made a comment about me hiding things in the rafters. I wasn't the navigator. Chitter was, but I like to climb up there with her and just be. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't necessarily an enjoyable place. The eye swirls around at a much worse pace than the rest of the ship. It's disorienting. It makes you a little nauseous. But I liked it. Felt like I was at the center of everything, at the top of everything. I would, I'd hide journals, trinkets, gold, just anything we could really get our grubby mitts on up there. Me, Chitter, Lulu. And when we didn't want to see anyone else, we'd go up there. No one else liked coming up there because of how the world spun. But it was nice for us. So I don't know if it was so much a secret because other people knew, but it was a little sanctuary. She lowers her hand and looks at you.
Aki gives you sort of like, he's like looking at like when you come back up. He's sort of like looking into your eyes. If you like, you can do an insight if you like.
Are we about to insight each other? It feels like he's about to do an insight on me.
So yeah, fuck it. Let's do joint insights.
The cult of personality. Okay, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for if she was possibly if knowing what I know about like Mev's thoughts from being exposed to the dreaming as Aki was, if there was any like reading in between the lines of why she loved the crow's nest so much, I could get.
I don't know how much you can I gather because you're not a mind reader like Bev is.
No, but
there's something to the idea of being alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Being so high above everyone that they can't reach you.
Yeah.
There's something to that.
Just wondering. Okay. Yeah. That's sort of what I assume was like one of the big appeals. Because Aki definitely knows that like minds like can what's the right word?
The leaking.
Yeah, can leak into Mev's head basically. Okay. So yeah, so Aki just kind of says kind of like looks up with you and what you get I think from it's sort of like a look of sort of kindness and sympathy you get from Aki, and he says that's beautiful. I'm glad you had a place like that and a person to share it with.
And 2 people to share it with.
Oh yes.
I named 2 people.
What were the 2 people again? Sorry.
Chitter and Lulu.
Oh, okay.
Do you need me to spell those for you too?
Yes, please.
Seriously?
Yes, please. Thank you. And Aki says, so I'm guessing Camilla never found out about your celestial nest.
You say celestial nest?
Yeah.
Or celestial nest?
Celestial nest.
Okay. Celestial nest is like ASMR, like Nemesis. Celestial nest is high up.
I said celestial nest.
Okay, yep. I mean, She knew that I'd go up there. She never asked me, though, why or what I was doing. Maybe I just had a good excuse that me and Chitter are friends.
She
Maybe
was
she
alright.
knew.
And she was alright with you clambering up to the highest, most precarious point on the Nymph's Needle.
Oh, I'd climb everything. She thinks about it. The masts, the sails, every bit of the deck. I was always running around, swinging around, blinking around. You couldn't necessarily stop me.
Did people try?
Oh, they tried. Told me I'll hurt myself, it's dangerous. I got yanked a couple of times back down. Told that I need to put my feet firmly on deck. And she does like a little hand motion of her hands. They're very flat and they point straight to the ground. It seems like she's mimicking someone.
I didn't realize that pirate crews had a drill master on board.
There are some people that are particularly bossy. But despite the headaches I gave them, after a while they kind of learned that I could handle it. That I wasn't just going to fall off for any place that I thought I might. I stayed clear of.
I can't imagine the stress that was on your mother when she realized she had a daughter who could climb and apparate in a moment's notice only to appear somewhere else entirely.
Mama was always calm about it.
Isn't it her mother's worst fear that her child gets hurt? Sure, that would have been a constant worry for her.
I'm sure it was. But Mama... Any concern that Mama had, I was not made privy to. Unless it actively put me in harm's way, like the theft that I told you about. She kept her feelings to herself. Even in situations like that, she never flinched.
I suppose she always had to look strong and steady-headed to her crew.
Strong and steady-headed to her child. I'm getting my bagel, sorry.
Only one bagel today, honey?
Only one bagel.
Name a more iconic duo, Mev and Bagel.
I always get at least a bagel on Saturday.
So Aki says, and there's Chit and Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing you three must have been close. The best of friends from the crew.
Oh, we were inseparable.
Practically sisters.
Anywhere... That's definitely what I'd describe us as. Anywhere I went, they went, and vice versa. Couldn't find us separated at all. fact, the only times I think we were is when I was causing mischief, and either I didn't want to get them in trouble, or they would warn me and I'd sneak out, and yeah. We were very, very good friends.
Do you know if they're still in the nymphs today?
Of course they're still on the nymphs. Why wouldn't they be?
Well, because I might like to meet them. If we have given the chance.
You want to meet them?
Yes. Consider it part of my education.
Chitter would eat you alive.
Frankly, I would say that's probably what I deserve.
She'll use your own voice to pick on you.
You wouldn't be the first.
It hurts a little bit more coming from her. Lulu's
she-
nice though.
is she
She's
a-
sweet. You gonna ask your question?
So you said Lulu was sweet, or Chitta?
Lulu.
And I presume you all three of you were the same age then.
Mm-hmm.
How many young children were on this ship?
Just us. It's common for crews to have at least a couple of children on board.
May I ask why? I understand why you were there. You're the captain's daughter, but you say it as if it's sort of like any self-respecting crew would have a child on board.
Well,
Because
no, but yeah,
Sorry, Havelock, I didn't catch that.
Because people have babies?
not everyone has kids, but I mean, we're we're a whole people.
I suppose.
Where else would our kids go? I mean, some stay on the mainland with their other parent, but sometimes, generally, and she gestures to Havelock and herself, any heir, I suppose, to a ship, always joins the crew at a pretty young age.
Ah, alright. I suppose I'm viewing it with the idea that a crew is one hired or conscripted together, rather than a familial unit.
We have some people who are hired. Not on my ship personally, but on some other boats, they will be mercenaries, sell sword, what have you. But generally, if you are a... She thinks about the word. If you have been fully accepted into our society, your crew is your family. They are no longer people that you... Well, you should pay your crew, but they are no longer bound just by money.
Interesting. Starting to realize just how much my life and my thought patterns have derived around the sole motivator being gold and platinum. And how irksome that is. Anyway. Well, out of curiosity, Havelock,
Yeah.
do you perchance have similar stories of time aboard your father's ship?
Of what, happy times?
Times in general.
Oh, they were times. Anyone want
She
another drink?
looks at Havelock. Actually, I was thinking we could head up to our room. I want to touch up on your paints.
You know, I've been taking very good care of the titties.
I know. But we've been traveling for a little while, and if we're going to get you tattooed, I need to make sure that everything's detailed.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Alright. Let's head on up then. Oh, fuck yeah! Havelock's gonna snatch the glass from kindling and just throw it back.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, does anyone wish to do anything for the remainder of the evening?
Apart from offer kindling that if he wants he can punch some more trees. No.
I'm doing.
Devour bagel.
Aki can turn into a tree, can't he?
Is a tree an animal?
No. Well, no, actually, he can do bark skin. That's close enough.
Sure. I want to. I'm doing the tattoo, and we don't have to roleplay this out, but Mev is gonna tell Havelock about today.
It's tea time.
Yeah. It's gossip time.
I mean, I would like to see Havelock's reaction.
You want us to roleplay it? You can say yes.
We've seen what everyone else says. I mean, I've already said yes.
Dance whichever you prefer.
As Ed, not as Aki. Aki probably wants to forget the whole thing.
Okay, if you want to see it, that's fine. Okay. Did you want to call break first, Tom?
No, it's fine. If you want to take a break, you can. If you don't, you don't. It's.
Do people want a break before we get into this? Because I imagine, because of time, it's probably going to be the last thing that we do today.
Okay. I tell you what. I need to take a quick break because I need to catch up on some notes.
Okay.
5-minute break.
5-minute break. Starting.
Yeah, we start in.
Okay. We can talk more later.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are in the tavern, in our rooms. Is Anna here? Because I need to do the scene with her. Thank you. You were so quiet.
It's a skill I have. Thank you.
It's a skeleton. Skeleton. Sorry. The autism's coming out.
Babe, I'm still right here. I never left. Autism got out.
Mev and Havelock are, they probably be on the floor for this to not get like paint on the bed or anything. And Mev is on top of Havelock, painting the tentacles on his chest, just kind of touching them up, seeing if there's any design changes that she wants to do. She is basically telling Havelock about the whole thing with Aki after Havelock left. He thinks I'm sleeping with you.
You're serious.
I'm serious. He looked pretty upset when I said for you to stay here in the room with me. I asked him about it, and he made it clear that he thought we were going to have sex.
He doesn't even trust you. Like, at all. With how often you've saved his ass and he's still acting like that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's an insecurity thing, if it's a trust thing, if it's both. Probably both.
Havelock just gives her that look, a raised eyebrow.
Yes, I know you're judging me.
I am not judging you.
Then are you judging him?
Yes.
I don't know. I understand to an extent that he's not, he wasn't raised like us. He's not as affectionate as us. Relationships there are a weird business transaction. I thought that I made it clear, though, that there wasn't anything going on, I guess.
But you've made it clear before. He's insinuated for us to just go get a room.
Yeah, and I was surprised by that. She sits up straight. That whole conversation, I was so fucking confused. Because I've heard what it's like in NASA. I think I have a basic understanding. I thought I was doing okay according to whatever fucking standard he has.
Uh-huh.
And he keeps insinuating that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when I told him about how foreign the concept in general is to me, to this the monogamy, the lack of intimacy, things like that. How do I explain it? He seemed really focused on the monogamy part. She sets the paints down as she thinks about this and like how to word it. I said I was confused and that we do things differently, we treat people differently. And I told him that I was trying to do things more his way. And he insisted on some, like compromise, you know?
Okay.
But he really seemed to think that the only compromise was me seeing multiple people, because that's what it's like in our culture. In fact, when I asked, there's more to it than that, he basically said, there is? Really? What else?
Mev, I fully understand you like to take in projects that are people. But sometimes there are projects that are too big for you.
This isn't the project. It's a relationship. Relationships aren't meant to be projects.
But you do have to
Which-
admit that man needs a lot of work.
He's sheltered and a little dumb and very repressed.
And
I can understand why he is the way he is. I'm not saying it's great. It's not. Some of the things that he does are frankly wrong and rude, and no decent person would do them. But I get why he's like that. Just like how I get why you are the way you are. She looks at him. How's he look?
he's got a little pout. Him thinking.
Penny for your thoughts?
What the fuck's a penny?
Copper, whatever. Fuck you.
I just don't want you getting hurt by him.
Physically or emotionally, because the answer can be
Emotionally,
both.
he can't fucking fight most things.
Fair enough.
What's he gonna do? Give you a paper cut?
Might make his lions do all the work.
Oh yeah.
Just. She picks up the paint and starts working again. Isn't this part of the price? She glances up at Havelock as she works. When you're with an outsider?
Wouldn't know. I don't fuck around with them.
Most of us don't. It's We know that they wouldn't understand us. Not in the way our kin do. That's part of the reason it's like this. It's to be expected.
I mean, you can keep telling me to give him chances, and I'm trying.
Do you get what I'm saying, though? About understanding? Seeing where he comes from?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you get what I mean when I equate that to you?
Yeah, but I have the feeling that if he knew anything, it wouldn't change a thing.
I think it would change at least a bit. It part of his upset with me rooming with you is that what was it he said? Why else would a woman sleep with a man besides her room with a man besides her lover? If not for coitus? Something to that effect. Something pompous.
That
I
just sounds
noticed.
disgusting.
I noticed in particular he used the word man. As though me being with a woman would make a difference.
Oh, maybe he's one of those freaks that would want to stay in the same room as two women just to see.
Come on, Aki's not like that.
You said he's repressed. You don't know what's hiding.
Aki thinks that sex is one of the most disgusting things that you can do. That it's only meant for making babies. I doubt he wants to watch two beautiful girls flicking tongue. She grins.
I really don't think he could even grasp that concept, even if it was sitting right in front of him.
I think he'd faint.
Okay, I can see that.
But yeah. I mean, when he asked me about pirate relationships, I didn't even get into it.
What does he think? It's only men with women?
No, just he asked, and I don't know. I was kind of annoyed. I was like, maybe you would know if you even asked about any part of my culture. Hence the whole let's talk about our childhoods thing.
Oh. I was wondering where that came from. I thought he was just trying a weird thing.
Thing bonding exercise.
Thing.
Well, in a way, he was trying something. It's. She shakes her head. Doesn't really know how to bring up things organically. Didn't seem to realize that, he could have asked me any other time.
A little performance act for the party. Look at me, aren't I doing such a good job?
It did feel a little like that. Like, now that you've brought it up, I digress. He's trying. Though I wasn't a huge fan of the dick measuring contest of look how bad my dad is.
Yeah, I really don't think he's gonna win that one there. I mean, I've been
Oh,
physically
definitely not. She bites into her cheek. I was trying to save him from a hole of embarrassment. I mean, it isn't a fucking contest. I don't know why you would try to make it so. Not you, of course, him.
hmm
To ever say what my dad did to me is. Are you trying to win sympathy points? I mean, don't get me wrong, whatever happened was probably horrible and traumatic, but as I say, not a contest.
As you've said many a times, I know. Nobody deserves what happens to them as a child because their parent can't do something right. I know.
Wonder who told you that.
You. I just said it's every time you've told me that.
Mev grins. Just wanted to hear it again.
Uh, I'm turning into you a little fucking parrot.
Hey, what have I told you about the accent?
I'm sorry, it's just very fun to talk like this. Yeah.
Not fair. I can't do your guys' accents.
So we're not allowed to borrow yours? Hmm. Peach?
I think someone's talking to her.
Rip.
I'm sorry, they're fighting and they can't control themselves. So, what were you saying?
What, we can't borrow yours? And he gives her a sly little grin. I thought our people were all about sharing.
She smacks his arm.
He's
Come
gonna
on, fuck
smack her
off.
fucking thigh.
So, I'd ask what you fucking think, but you've given your judgments on this already.
Yeah, multiple times.
Yes, I know. I told him that I should just break up with him.
Did he grovel? Did he cry?
No, he said, yeah, you probably should.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know, when someone's telling you something, you probably should listen.
Yes, well, I only listen to my own advice, and even then I ignore it blatantly.
Okay, stop painting for like 2 seconds, please.
She sets the paint in the bowl.
He's gonna raise his hand and he's gonna give her a little bonk on the forehead. Bad Mev.
Yes, I know, and she swats his hand away. I basically told him I should break up with him, but the exact words I used were the relationship is young, so I'm willing to see where it goes.
You two are moving way too fast, you know?
What do you
Like,
mean?
we moved fast, but
It's not like I haven't slept with him. I've only kissed him a little bit. I haven't said I love you. I haven't taken any major steps.
I know, but you've been giving up a lot for just a young relationship. Like, a lot.
I haven't given up anything. I've certainly been tolerant of more than I should be. And maybe it's good that all of this is happening. It gets things out of the way sooner. Things that would only come after a couple months of relationship. Or maybe it's a bad thing. Maybe it's a sign of what's to come. And if that's the case, I won't spend, at least 5 years of my life with this guy. I mean, you know how fucking long relationships go on before any sort of commitment happens.
I know. I mean, shit. Took almost an entire year for you to say you loved me.
Some would argue that's too soon in our culture.
Yeah, but we're fucked up little kids.
We're also friends.
Play.
There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
She grins at him, knowing the conversation they had before.
Mm-hmm. He's just gonna settle back onto the floorboards comfortably.
There was something I really didn't like, though, that he said.
It wasn't just, you're gonna go sleep with him, aren't you? It gets worse.
I mean, come on, people have made that assumption about me before. That's nothing new. It's something he said after that I didn't like. Something that shook me a little bit.
And what was it?
She again is biting her cheek a little bit. And looks at him. After everything was said and done, and going to talk to her aunt. We were talking about your birthday. And we were talking about your birthday, and he mentioned getting a gift for you. Now, I'm not going to spoil what it is, but I thought that it was a very, very good gift. Very good for you.
Surprisingly nice thought. I'm already concerned.
he I complimented him on it, and he said, "Oh, thank you." Then he paused and said, "Actually, remember the day that you lost when we were leaving the cove? You suggested that idea to me then. It was your idea." And I asked him why. He said thank you, and he said, "I was thinking about taking credit for it so that I might look better to you."
Do I get the chance to kill him now?
You're not killing anyone.
Maim? Torture?
Havelock.
Intimidate?
She hops off of Havelock and starts cleaning things up. I didn't say anything to him. I just kind of acknowledged it and moved on. I wasn't really sure how to react.
Well, you have every right to be pissed off.
I wasn't really mad. I was hurt, disturbed.
He wanted to take your fucking idea that you couldn't even remember you gave him.
Yeah. Kind of makes me realize how easy it is for someone to take advantage of me. And if he hadn't chickened out, it would have just happened.
Do you want me to do something about it or no? If you say no, I won't bring it up to him. And it'll stay that way until he does something like that again.
What are you going to do, Havelock?
I don't know. Chew his ass out for this. Keep him away from you when things go wrong.
You know there's no way I'm going to say yes, right?
I know. But you know I'm not going to do something without asking you first.
I can't say yes. I'd never tell you to do something like that. I'd never make you fight my battles for me.
Even though you'd love to fight mine.
Yeah, you've gone over that I'm a little bit of a hypocrite.
As long as you tell me no, I'm going to listen to you, Mev. But if he
Thank
fucking
you.
breaks your heart, if he honestly puts the group in danger, or if he physically gets you hurt, by himself or by somebody else's doing, I'm stepping in.
And you're well within your right. How does Havelock look?
He looks like he is fuming,
Mm-hmm.
but he's holding still so she can paint. If she still wants to.
Oh, she moved. She's cleaning up. Havelock can get
Okay.
up.
He's just gonna take some floor time.
Yeah. I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but the conversation with Fodder went just about as well, but less disturbing, more irritating.
Okay. So, what happened with her? What's going on?
Well, she wanted my honest reasons and thoughts, and I gave them to her. I
Oh, she
explained.
didn't say that, did she?
No, she didn't. I explained why I was doing what I was doing and why what was happening, and she was extraordinarily offended and asked why I get to do that and she doesn't, and just didn't seem to understand why. I had to explain to her the different circumstances of our situations before she grasped it. And frankly, I'm not even sure if she understood or if she was just compliant. She made me promise to come back and give her another chance, which is rich of her, considering how she got herself in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I promised. I never said that I would bring her back in, just that I would give her the opportunity.
And is that something you actually want to do?
Right now, not really. I feel like she fucked up, and when there were consequences of that, she threw a tantrum. Nothing that she's done has particularly impressed me, but maybe that will change in a couple of months. I can't say. But I'm willing to hear her out, even if I'm not exactly a fan of the idea.
I don't know, I just think it's so interesting how she seems to think that everything's okay when she's got a fucking dragon around.
It's part of the reason I'm not opposed to seeing her. I want to keep an eye on Curse, check on him. He's a good person. He shouldn't be punished for fur. It just so happens that he can't be separated from her.
Too bad we can't just take him on the boat.
We couldn't have taken him on the boat anyways.
If we had our own boat.
If we had our own boat and about at least 8 more people that were in on the situation, it takes a lot to run a ship. And frankly, that's a fucking small ship.
If anyone could do it, you could.
Be a fucking pain in the ass. But she rubs her temple. I don't even know how I'm going to do this, Avlon. We need to somehow secure our ship, if they even fucking have a ship, and then the skeleton crew. One that isn't going to fucking talk about Mary LeBerry. I mean, Aki can say that we can pay them off all he likes, but people talk. The more heads there are, the more they speak. It's like a fucking hydra.
Well, we have a couple of people. One of them's a little bit wounded, but we could bring them with us. They wanted to get a start. We'd be not bad of a crew to start with.
That would be something. I was thinking of that. I was also thinking of the potential of putting them on the rabbit hound. Having a couple more eyes and ears on this. What is his name?
I think it was Owain.
Owain. Okay. On this Owain. He has these fucking warforged with him that he might take, and frankly, it won't matter how much distracting we do if the warforge can just chart as they move. We need to get rid of them somehow.
That's true. They don't need to sleep. I could try and pull some strings and see if there's anyone that my father might have possibly worked with beforehand. Toad had a couple of friends from around here. I could probably try and see if I can contact them.
For the crew or to fuck up the warforge?
Both.
She looks away, thinking about the possibility.
Had this halfling kid who really liked to play with gunpowder.
Do it. I think however many hands we can get that are actually part of us. As much as we can avoid outsiders, that's what I want. Smugglers, criminals, actual pirates. If you can get a hold of those people, we stand a better chance.
Aki's gonna piss his pants again when they come around. Oh god. Get the mop.
Yes, well, this is necessary. He might not think that it is. In fact, I'm pretty sure that he doesn't even want to go, but I...
Safety first.
In the morning, Okriska and I are going to try and get a hold of a ship. You go and look for your contacts then. We'll meet up in the afternoon, and you, me, and Fur are going to go to Olivia.
Okay.
She thinks if there's anything else that she needs to do. I don't think there's any more prep that I personally need to do outside of those things. Or at least until we get those things. So. And take kindling with you. I don't want you going alone.
Oh, I plan on taking him with me. I think kindling's trustworthy enough.
What time should I expect you back, though, before I go looking for you?
It might be late, honestly. I mean, you know the people I was around. We don't really like to be found.
Yeah, she nods. Alright. You have to be back by 6 to 7. If you're an hour late, I'm going to look for you.
That's fair enough. You'll be able to keep an eye to the sky for the most part, right?
Right?
Havelock's gonna get up from the ground and look outside. Tom,
Yes.
how's the weather looking?
Cloudy. It looks like there is a chance of rain.
Okay. In case it rains and something goes wrong, I'm going to add extra rain.
You're going to add extra rain. That's your signal.
Well, what I'd love to do is just shoot a little bit of magic up into the sky, but I don't want to alert guards of anything.
They had that fucking sending stone.
But we don't.
We don't.
I think I've got enough supplies left. I could take an hour and get Dawes back. I haven't done that yet. He's had a very long vacation.
Thoughts would be perfect.
Almost forgot about the little bastard.
I don't know how you can. He's so cute.
That's debatable. You're gonna have so much fun telling him all of this, aren't you?
Oh, so much. She smiles at him. We'll get your tattoo done, day after. Okay?
Okay. You know, Mev, you're the best.
I've not done anything today but complain at you.
Yeah, I know. But you get to. You're cute.
Pretty privilege.
Nah. Accent privilege.
She looks unamused now. It looks like she was like flattered, and she just scoffs and waves you away.
Oh, come on. You can't get angry with me. I'm bringing back your tit spider.
Spider, fucking. Who said I was angry?
Those little wrinkles you get in your forehead, the way your nose kind of scrunches up.
My nose is not scrunching, and my face is not wrinkly.
Whatever you say.
She looks him up and down. Hey, your hair's finally growing out. She turns to go sit on the bed.
He's coming for her. He's gonna fucking tackle her ass onto the bed.
Ah, shit! Havelock!
Yeah?
You're a fucking demon.
You. Finally,
Ugh.
someone recognizes me.
She, looks up at him. Would it be more hurtful if I said that you're the sweetest angel?
That might make me throw up, actually. I wouldn't say that. I'm sitting on top of you right now.
She's debating on it.
Just to annoy her, he's gonna move her hair away from her ear, getting real close, and make fucking gag sounds. You want
No.
torture, you're getting it.
Nope. she basically like shoves him off. Quit that. Fucking weirdo.
I don't know, apparently you like weirdos.
Oh my god. You're like a fucking cat. She rolls over. Alright. I think that's good.
Think that's good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okie, so it's just the Kindling Aki roleplay going then. So obviously you can transition to talking it ad.
I know. I'm just thinking about what to say. Yeah, he just goes. I'm not drunk at all. Frankly, the water's helped, and I think it's mostly passed through my system. Well, panoply is a collection of something, and a panacea is a cure-all, something to mend all of your ills. If that makes any more sense to my prattle. Well, not really. That's sort of the The point of bringing up in rhetoric a panacea doesn't really exist. So to seek an object of something or what have you as being your personal panacea, it's folly. If that makes sense. That's right. But anyway, what time is it, Tom?
Give or take, it's about 10 or 11.
Okay. Aki kind of like looks sort of back towards the door of the murky depths, and then kind of looks down and then goes, "Kindling, you possibly haven't formed a close enough bond for me to ask this, but do you ever feel homesick?" Yes. You know, the pangs to return to familiar crimes, to return to your family, to the life you had before the present moment. And I don't mean to pry, and of course you can rebuff my probes, but whereabouts was there? North of here. So like Hold on, I need a... Tom,
Yes?
would Aki know about the world geography?
Depends. What is it that you're particularly asking about?
What does Aki know what's north of Karmora?
The Isle of Tender Earth.
Okay, apart from the unattended Earth.
Need to look at the map.
I mean, Kinley only said up north.
I know. I know.
I'm just saying, he didn't say whether he was from Kolmordak or if he isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm winging it too. Yeah, Aki just says like, so. Are we talking about unattended Earth more, or over the sea and far away north? All right. Well, hopefully once all this is over, then we can help you get back there. Whatever happens. Why do you not? Why maybe do you not wish to return? See your friends and family again. Is that something you would wish to discuss, or is this an old wound that perhaps hasn't fully healed? Well, only if you would feel comfortable and right telling me. If not, then that's fine. Honestly, fine. Perception, okay. Buff. Hold on. Need to put the cherry on top. Biff. 24. Okay. No, it's alright. Perhaps it's the wrong time and too late in the evening for such weighty material. So just a curiosity, where did you learn how to fight? It's a style I'm not exactly accustomed to. Well, you fight with a ferocity of valor and a kind of controlled chaos that we're quite see and is frankly rather marvelous. Well, I mean, you've seen me fight, if anything. Someone giving you compliments when they're so ill-equipped in pugilistic arts as I am, it means anything. Oh no. Which reminds me, do you know if there's a chance while we're in Port Honor for us to squeeze in another sparring session? After all, I need to get better at it, and well, I've seen nothing lighten up your face than to stand the opposite side of someone on a battlefield. Well, I suppose it's late. I have a busy day tomorrow. You wouldn't be privy as to what our sleeping situations are, will you? Alright, well, Tom,
Yes?
who'll be the right person at the Murky Depths to talk about, like, what the sleeping arrangements are and, like, if Mev booked anything in?
I'm like 99% certain this was discussed in the last session.
It probably was, and I can't remember.
It was a case of you and Kinley have a room, Mev and Havelock have a room. Don't know about Fur, but I'd say that she got her own room.
Okay, cool. Then Aki says, right, if I recall correctly, that means we have 2 rooms. Mev and Havelock have already taken one. So I presume that means by process of elimination, the other joint room is for you and I. Which, if you prefer, I don't mind purchasing another room if they have one available out of my own pocket. If you prefer to sleep by yourself, I won't take it personally. Alright, so... Okay, I will, Right, how did we... Okay, Let's... Do you remember the way back up to the mermaid, I guess? Those are where the rooms are. I just remember it was endless lefts and rights, and then a secret door, and then a dark passageway, and we were here. Alright, well, unless you wish to have another libation for the road, lead on. Yeah, he does. It's not that... Oh, okay, it's not that dark, is it? Where dark vision would kick in, Tom?
I mean, it's not...
They'd have candles lit, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. But also, as well, the way dark vision works isn't like the fucking streetlight things where it like gets dark enough. It's just a thing that happens. It's just your vision will gradually get more and more black and white as it gets darker.
Okay.
Or at least the areas that aren't, coloured. But either way. Yes, it does kindling, but it is also as well, it's only in shades of grey for dark vision. For
yeah.
Aki and I think kindlings as well, particularly dark vision anyway. But either way, so the 2 of you make your way up to the mermaid. You're able to find the rooms after Boris directs you to them. And so you all rest. Finally, for the first time in civilization in many weeks. And that's what we're going to call it for this session.
Hey.
Because I know we've got people that need to vanish very quickly.